We have been delaying the burning of these piles of branches for way too long now. So it has been really hard to get them started. I tried a couple of days ago here, but now I tried a different tactic and put some wood on top and ignited it, and then took some more fresh branches from the sheep pen that we cut down, the dead willow sprouts, and some young spruces and stuff like that. Hopefully it will start to burn and the heat and the coals will trickle down and the rest will burn. I guess it went like this because of the summer last year was so dry and there was forest fires everywhere in Sweden, and I'm really reluctant to do this. But now it's a little bit snow everywhere and a very wet climate here, so right now it's no danger, but I'm still wary of burning these piles. Tuva has been gathering up the dead willow sprouts that I cut down and throwing them outside the sheep pen, so now I need to collect this and put it on the top of the burning heap, and hopefully it will become so hot so the rest will burn as well. We had several heaps of these branches that I have now for a couple of days been trying to burn up. It wasn't so easy, a lot of work. It was just burning a hole in the middle, and I had to go from heap to heap and throw in more and from the sides. But now it feels really good to have these away from the field and a tiny step closer to make this field as it once was. Most of these branches is from when my brother and I cut down the birches in the ditch around this field. Now we just need to make the ditches better, and since this was an old mire, our friend with the excavator didn't dare to go out on the field in the summertime with his excavator in fear of getting stuck. So this winter hopefully he will be able to. We just need to flatten the snow in a track around the field so that the ground really freezes up, so he can come here and fix the ditches. It would be really interesting to know who dug these ditches in the past. Some poor guy a couple of hundred years ago. I don't know. We got 3 of these old hay barns collapsed that they built so they were over the ditches, so they would save as much space on the field as possible, so they could harvest the hay and not have the barn on the field. Then it would take more room, and I guess to not have to build a bridge to the barn on the other side of the ditch, they just put the barn on top of the ditch, so the door was on this side of the ditch and the rest of the barn was on the other side. That's really interesting, I think. It's a pity that they collapsed before we got here and could save them. This contraption we dug up here, it was buried underneath a lot of grass and was really stuck to the ground. Small birches and willows were growing inside it. I guess they have used this to level the field. It's, from what I've learned, the name of this tool in Swedish is a spadrullharv. We'll see if we can maybe use this. We need to try to get rid of all these now I don't remember what the name of these grass was, but they form these small hills. We are going to try to restore this field so more different kind of herbs and grasses can grow here. Normally I don't like when people are ditching out wet areas in the forest, because different species of birds and insects and other animals are dependent on those wet areas. And at least here in Sweden we have had a problem with people ditching out those wet areas to make the trees grow there so they can make money out of the trees. And then the biodiversity in the forest really takes a hit. This is a different situation because here we are on a fäbodvall, and there is biodiversity connected to the kind of land that a fäbodvall creates, where animals are roaming free in the forest, and the ground and the land is taken care of in a non-industrial way. So hopefully with us restoring this fäbodvall we will see the return of some different kind of endangered flowers and insects. And it's getting darker really fast now. So it got too dark to keep on working there. We need to go eat some dinner, and I guess we'll have to feed this fire for a couple of hours still. Lesson learned, never wait too long before you ignite your heap of branches. Well, we got most of it burnt. I didn't have the energy to stay up all night feeding it. So I guess we need to put the rest of this in a wheelbarrow and just dump it in the forest. It's good for the biodiversity as well to not have it as clean everywhere in all the corners of your property. These heaps of branches are also really good homes for insects and other important citizens of a functioning forest. But sometimes it's a lot more work to just drag the branches into the forest instead of gathering them in a heap and burn them up. But this time we made a lot more work for us, not burning this heap up immediately instead. But I guess it was the circumstances that made it happen like this. This sheep pen started looking like a park after we removed all the small willow trees that the sheep has eaten up.
They ate all the bark, so they died away. So we have removed...
And that was the point as well.
Yeah. Now we have taken them down and removed them.
Now we just need to get the new house ready. So we can move them from the... There is a little bit too much mud around the feeding rack.
Yeah.
Now it's frozen, so it's not a problem anymore, but still we need to let this area rest.
It's really nice to see how the grazing animals makes it look like more like a fabwood than a wilderness.
The area here is slowly changing.
Yeah.
I noticed this summer for the first time, I noticed new paths that the sheep has made in the forest.
That's really nice to follow them around. And they use the same path all the time also and going in a straight line. So it's nice to see. And I guess these forests had a lot of those paths a long time ago when they have cows here. But they are all overgrown now, so it's nice to have them back again.
Yeah, we're slowly but surely restoring this area to how it once was. So we got 2 new patrons, Beth and Alicia. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all of you who are subscribing and telling about this vlog to others and giving us nice comments. We really appreciate it.
And putting much time into writing them also. It's really nice to read.
So I guess that's it for this vlog.
Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you in the next one.